How would you explain the great white throne judgment and the judgment seat of Christ from past fulfillment perspective? When did these judgments take place? The term great white throne and judgment seat of Christ refers to God's judgment of all men, which I believe took place. Revelations 11, 1 through 18 reveals that God judged the living and the dead, the just and the unjust, in the first century. After Jerusalem was trodden underfoot for 3.5 years in Revelations 11:2, a tenth of the city fell in an earthquake, and 7,000 men were killed. Then quickly after, in Revelations 11:14, the kingdom of this world became the eternal kingdom of the Father and the Son. Revelations 11:15. The kingdom of this world was the kingdom of the Pharisees and the chief priests. The church became the eternal kingdom of the Father and the Son when the unredeemed sons of the kingdom were cast out in the first century. Therefore I say to you, and he's talking to the chief priests and the elders, the kingdom of God will be taken away from you and be given to a nation producing the fruit of it. Do not be afraid, little flock, for your Father has chosen gladly to give you the kingdom. But the saints of the highest one will receive the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and for all ages. Till the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was placed in favor of the saints of the highest one. And the time arrived when the saints took possession of the kingdom. Revelation 11:18 reveals what happened when the kingdom was taken from the Pharisees and given to the church. And the nations were wrathful, and your wrath came. And the time for the dead to be judged, and to give the reward to your bondservants and prophets, and to the saints, and those who fear your name, the small and the great, and to destroy those who destroy the earth. The Pharisees and the chief priests and the elders saw their judge seated at the right hand of power and coming on the clouds of heaven, in God's calling out and empowering of His church throughout the last days. By the destruction of Jerusalem, all the tribes of the land understood as well, when they fell by the sword and were led captive into all the nations, and when the temple and the holy city were reduced to rubble in that first century. In that great day, the dead were raised, both the just and the unjust, and were judged according to their works. Sons of the flesh were cast out, but the church was perfected, confirmed, and established, and was given eternal dominion over the earth as God's kingdom of priests. Then the sovereignty, the dominion, and the greatness of all the kingdoms under the whole heaven will be given to the people of the saints of the highest ones. His kingdom will be everlasting kingdom, and all the dominions will serve and obey him.